That was Aquarian Angel by Blue Six. I love that song. I just opened up with that. I opened up yesterday with Superman, Superstar Child by artist called Jamiroquai, and wanted to do something different tonight. I want to apologize for last night. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. Really, it was my fault. I'll take the blame for it. I'm not going to give Blog Talk the blame. They've been pretty good in honoring our contract and things like that. I just programmed the time wrong. My mind was on a million different things. I run my own little beverage company here, and which this broadcast, State of Mentel Radio, is sponsored by Bright Beverage Company. That's our company. We got alkaline water, alkaline iced tea. We're gonna be working on an alkaline flavored, fruit flavored mineral water in a minute for the people who don't like to drink plain water, plain alkaline water. We're gonna have a mineral flavored alkaline fruit water. All of these things we're talking about, even now alkaline fruit punch. All of these things are coming from the Bright Beverage Company. No, we do not have the site up yet. I'm still looking for somebody to put the site up, and when I'm looking for a web designer. We had one, but Sky flaked out. Anyway, tonight the broadcast I've been talking about, which is how to identify the real gods, the true and living gods walking amongst men and women, average people. We're going to talk about the attributes that you can spot in the gods walking amongst men tonight. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkares, and this is State of Mentel Radio, and tonight, the gods amongst men. No, every black man, I'm going to dispel that goddamn myth right now. Not every black man is God. I don't give a damn what the 5% say. All right? God is one who has the works, who's putting in the work to prove, because they big on talking about show and prove. My thing is, you ain't showed or proved that you a God, because a God is supposed to be someone who is above the average man, who is doing things beyond that of the average man. Okay? Someone who is doing things above and beyond, thinking on a higher level. Not somebody who is repeating a bunch of lessons in rotation and studying a bunch of lessons. That's not a God. That's just somebody who can study some lessons. You can get some geek from Harvard University, some white guy to study y'all lessons and repeat them back and forth. Did that make him God? God is the person who does things, who is not doing things in a rotation. Your lessons are in a rotation, just like all the religious rituals and the spirituals and the circular way and the rotative way of thinking, the ritualistic way of thinking. How things are done in a circle in this society. If your thinking is of this society, if your mindset is locked into these ways of doing things here in this society, then you're not a God. All right? If you marrying yourself on to religion, I don't care if it's Christianity, Islam, Judaism, metaphysics, Freemasonry, the 5% of school, all that other stuff that you marrying yourself onto, because it's rotation knowledge. True knowledge, and the true knowledge that the God, the true and living God, the supreme being, one who is amongst a man amongst average men, a superman, one who's thinking on a higher level mentally, and a superwoman who's thinking on a level higher, is not going to come accepting the same routines and rituals of talk. They're going to want straight knowledge, linear knowledge, knowledge that is reaching to a higher plateau. They're not the ones that's going to say things like there's nothing new under the sun. What they will say instead is there's something new coming from beyond the sun, because they're going to be in tune with it. It's not you niggas that's sitting on 9-to-5 jobs and waiting for a 401k plan or going to work for the white man every day. Now, you could be doing that for the time being, but that's not supposed to be anything permanent. There's always supposed to be an exit plan. You understand? Jobs, just like welfare, just like any kind of assistance in this society, is supposed to be temporary in the mind of a true and living God, because a true and living God is always going to want to be independent. He's always going to want to set up a system to make money himself. And I'm not talking about selling no goddamn drugs. You understand? Because even you niggas that sell drugs in the hood, you so-called fake wannabe thug niggas that's running around busting your gun, talking that bullshit about, you this set and you that set. All you guys ain't nothing. Y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of white man's bitches. Y'all ain't no gods. You doing exactly what the beast wants you to do. You keeping that rotation of madness going in the hood. We're going to put fire on y'all asses too, because it's the truth. You niggas ain't no rebels. You ain't no gods. You ain't no supermen. You just a bunch of stupid little niggas with guns. raw and uncut. You understand? You just nuisances. And then, like I said, you ain't bad boys until a white man come with his guns. That's the bad boys, and he take you niggas away like a bunch of little monkeys in a cage. And then you could sit in your cage like little monkeys and recite your lessons and your degrees and your whatever the hell you niggas talking, whatever madness you niggas talking about that only means something in your little bullshit world. In the real world, gods are making a difference. You understand? Like the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That was a god and the person that walked the goddamn planet. Take notes, niggas. That was a god and person that walked the goddamn planet. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Dr. Malachi Z. York, who's still here. You understand that? Berry Gordy started Motown, changed the scope of music forever. John H. Johnson started Ebony and Jet Johnson Publishing Company. I'm a young god in training, coming up, bringing the knowledge and intellect through me. You understand? Changing and evolving the ways and thinking of my people, and I'm bringing a new race of gods with me through the goddamn door, on the linear line, on the linear state, bringing them out of the goddamn circle. The bright race, the new beings that are coming up from amongst the goddamn black race. You understand? The black race, as I said, they were not gods. You niggas are paying lip service, man. You guys are paying lip service, and you want to sound heavy and deep. You want to be God. You know what I'm saying? But you're not, because you're not showing by your actions. If your woman got to take you to court for goddamn child support and you don't want to take care of your child, you ain't no God, man. You supposed to be wanting to take care of your children. You understand that? Real talk. If you got to sit up here, like I said, and you serving the beast, you understand? You ain't no God, man. You understand? If you sitting here, like I said, in the educational system, and you not trying to get some technology in your head to help your people, and you just here so you want to get a goddamn degree so you can get out and be a slave for the white man after your 4 years, then you ain't no God, man. You just some nigga on the damn plantation, on the modern day plantation. You understand that? You're supposed to be using these things that you got to move on to bigger things. No, you don't get a A+ for selling drugs to your people. Like I said, I was putting up rants and raves about these little niggas because I was watching something earlier with these little niggas and these little hip hop niggas, and they was like, you know, these New York Yankee cap wearing niggas in the hood. And that go for you LA niggas. That go for all you niggas out there in the hoods of America who busting your guns and talking this gully gangster bullshit. You understand? You niggas, like I said, I want to see where all the thugs is at when martial law, when and if martial law come in and the white man running in there and they kicking in your goddamn doors in the project. I want to see where all the thugs at in that day. You niggas gonna probably run up under your mama bed, run up in the projects and run and hide, bust your gun until y'all run out of ammunition, and then you gonna run up under your mother bed. You understand? And you niggas going right into slavery. You understand that? That's real. You know? The thugs is the white men who occupy your goddamn neighborhoods every day in blue uniforms that you niggas be hiding from. You think it's something because you bust your gun, you know, around them and you shoot another nigga. They don't care if y'all niggas kill each other. Kill one of them, see what happened to your black ass. You understand? Tough guys. You niggas ain't nothing. You know, I get on you guys the hardest because y'all supposed to be the young guards coming up. You supposed to be smarter than that, but you niggas done sold out. And that's the majority of this generation today. Y'all done sold out, man. Y'all want to rep this thug gangster bullshit? You want to rep this? You want to put this up on like that? Like this is the S on your chest? I'm a super thug. I'm a super goon. I'm a super hood. And then you niggas turn around and be rappers about it. Then you niggas rapping about it. So you niggas ain't you just like the white man. All you niggas doing is spreading the poison. You killing the minds of the gods. You trying to help kill the minds of the gods. And then you niggas perverted it even more when y'all started that gang stuff and you niggas were sitting up here calling yourself dogs. So you flipped the God around into dogs. You understand that? Further degenerating the mindset of the people. But see, the true gods, they're going to rise above that. They're not going to think on that level. The true gods are going to glom onto this message. They're going to feel it, and they're going to rise out of that. That's the bright man in this day and time, the bright race. They're going to have disdain for you niggas. You understand? They're going to want to separate themselves because you niggas are cowards. You guys are cowards. You understand? You only doing that because it's fashionable, or even your so-called code of the streets is bullshit. You guys are only doing that because it's fashionable, because it look cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. Real is when I came up in the 80s. You understand? When you had to know how to fight. You understand? When I came up in Brownsville, East New York, when you had to know how to use your hands. You didn't have no gun to run to. That was real. That's when you separated the gods from the men, when you had to defend yourself. You understand? These guys, these so-called niggas roaming around with their pants hanging out their ass, smoking weed, shooting up the projects. Like I said, them niggas couldn't have lasted a day in the goddamn 80s. The body count would have been higher. These niggas are cowards. That go for all you rap niggas who talking about y'all, do y'all let them things go, the guns go? You niggas is cowards, man. You niggas are disgusting. You know? If there's a special place to put you niggas in the garbage, I would like to know. And if I could just round you niggas up and just throw you in the garbage, I would, because it's no use for you niggas. You just happy the way you are because you cowards. You know, you're not man enough to stand up and be different and stand away from the pack and be better. See, that's a real God. He ain't going to follow the stupidity because a bunch of other stupid niggas following the stupidity, a bunch of other black men, meaning a.k.a. men in darkness. He not going to recite the same rotation of bullshit just because it sound good. He going to stand up for something real, the truth. The majority of you black men, you not gods because you don't stand up for the truth. And you black women, y'all don't stand up for the truth. A lot of y'all. You understand? Because you lay up with these niggas. You think these niggas is cool. And it's a lot of you young black women and you older black women, I want a thug. Them niggas are cowards, man. God is the one who's going to resonate on a higher level mentally. He's not going to go in the circles and the routines and the rituals. He's looking beyond, above and beyond. You understand that? See, you gotta. This is when I get at these guys, because I know it's a few of the bright ones. I know it's a few gods amongst these niggas. I know it's a few gods amongst regular males, not even men. You niggas not even men. I know it's a few gods amongst y'all. So in order to unearth the gods out of the men, you have to drop bombs. You have to show them what you're doing is wrong in order to bring them out of that. That's how you do that. You don't sit up here like certain people, ministers and reverends and stuff like that, and coddle these niggas and tell them, yeah, it's okay, you can come to the church and be a thug. Oh yeah, it's okay. You know, you could come and just drop your colors and come into church. Nigga, how about drop that whole mentality, that whole lifestyle? Because it's a bunch of dumb, stupid, nowhere BS. How about that? But see, these old niggas, they ain't trying to raise the guard out of you. They just want you to come to their church and still stay in the rotative nonsense. As long as you niggas giving them money, they'll take your drug money. They don't care. That's what these niggas about. They'll take your drug money. You understand? The true and living gods are the people who are developing their own ideas, advancing. You understand? Who are being fed higher knowledge from the future. Not somebody who come in the name of something that was already here and adding on. You understand? Because adding on, a.k.a. when I told the 5%, they said they added on. This is what the 5% told me, so I'm not slandering the guy. He told me, yeah, we added on, brother, to Islam. I said, how you going to add on the bullshit? How you going to add on the bullshit? Islam is bullshit. How you going to add Christianity's bullshit? Judaism is bullshit. How you going to add on the bullshit? Anything that you add on the bullshit is going to be more bullshit. We don't need no more BS. We need reality. We need real intelligence, things that's going to tune us into the future. We don't need nobody taking us in goddamn circles, talking about the same rotative nonsense that don't mean nothing, a bunch of abstract, circular bullshit because you guys want to sound deep and heavy. Knock it off. If you don't know what you're talking about, then sit down and just learn. And then don't take what you want to take and add it in because you niggas want to sound deep because you're causing confusion. Our people need it straight, raw, and uncut. We giving our people it straight, raw, and uncut. You understand that? This ain't the time to be lying to the people. This ain't the time to be taking them in circles because you ain't no different than the damn white man that you call the devil. Because he's the master of confusion. And a lot of you black men, y'all the masters of confusion today, man. Because you preaching these doctrines and these made-up philosophies that don't even make no sense. Just a bunch of rotative, circular bullshit. Because you niggas want to sound deep and heavy. You understand that? Because you guys want to get in some chick pants by sounding deep and heavy, or you want to sit up here because you want to sound, like you so intelligent when you really not. They don't take no intelligence. Just recite a bunch of spirituals and routines and rituals. The Masons do it. The Muslims they do it all ritualistically. It's the same knowledge in a circle. We don't need no circular knowledge no more. We in the year 2000. We need linear knowledge, knowledge that's going to go on and continue. That's what we teaching in the knowledge of Mentellect. Mentellect came to raise the gods from the men because it is mental knowledge that's going to advance the intelligence of the people. If you're not teaching that, then sit down. Yes, oh no, well you can teach whatever you want in your circle, but stay in your circle, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. I'm going to take a call. I usually don't take a call in the first hour, but I'm going to go ahead and take a call. I kind of suspect who this is, but I'm going to go ahead and take this call anyway. 469.
Greetings. I was just calling to let you know it's really, you can't hardly hear. It sounds like you're underwater.
I sound like I'm underwater?
Yeah, the streaming is not. It's not an even sound. Sound like you're breaking up really, bad.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm gonna continue to listen.
Hold on. Let me check with people in the chat room. Can everybody hear me in the chat room? Because I want to make sure it's just
Yeah, it sounds like you're breaking up. Breaking up.
The people in New York, they said they can hear me fine. Sounds good on their end. Maybe it might be your phone or your computer, because everybody else saying they hearing me fine.
Okay.
Maybe you want to restart. Maybe you want to restart it again and whatnot where you want, and it'll probably come in clearer.
Okay, real good.
All right. Yeah. Thank you for checking in. As I was saying, I thought it was somebody else. Thanks for calling us. Just like I said, with everybody else, just restart your computer because it's coming in clear, and plus it's a rainstorm out here. So, but I doubt if it's, sometimes it might come in, depending on, where you at, and Blog Talk is, they still pretty good. But anyway, as I said, the true people, the true gods are going to be the men and the women who are thinking on another level. You understand? They're going to be thinking on. They rising right now. They rising right now. They having thoughts of future knowledge. Something just happening with them, with something starting to resonate in their heads. See, what's going on now is a frequency is going through the atmosphere, and certain people are going through an evolutionary stage right now. You understand that? Where it could be you, some of you cats in the hood. You be like, yo, I don't, for some reason, son, I don't want to hang out with these niggas no more. I don't want to stand on the corner and smoke weed with these niggas no more. I don't want to listen to the same stupid hip hop no more, son. Yo, I don't want to hear no more Christianity, no Islam, no Judaism, son. I don't want to do that no more. Or you be like the sister coming out, I don't want to hear Pan-Africanism no more. I'm looking for something more. It just seems like it's something more than that. Y'all having certain thoughts of something higher. Y'all going to come out of all of these circular ways of thinking. That's what the gods are going to do. And they're going to reach for a higher knowledge, an advanced knowledge. The ones who are not gods, they're going to keep moving in circles. They're going to keep moving in their routines and rituals, because it's not for them to raise. Because becoming a god on earth is an evolution of man. See, certain men, certain women are going to go through this evolution. You understand? And the reason for going through this evolution is to breed a new race. As I kept talking about, the bright race. These men who think on a higher level, on an advanced level. You understand? The men that are taking this in. So a lot of you men who sitting here, you listening to my words, and you taking it all in. You taking this new knowledge of Mentellect in that's coming through me, not from me, but through me, from the future state, from the ascension into me, through me, as I am nothing but an instrument or a communicator to share this knowledge and share this intelligence with my people. Those of you who are taking this in, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You're receiving every last bit of it. The people who only tell me, well, I only agree with some of it, or I don't totally agree with it, then that means your reception is off. You got one foot in the human world, or the regular world, the male of mankind, and you got your other foot trying to put your other foot in here. Because that means you off. You're not receiving equally. Because there's nothing I ever say out of my mouth that don't make sense. It's nothing I ever say. As far out as it may seem, it will always come back down and be grounded in reality. It will be grounded in common sense. The foundation of all knowledge, all Mentellect, the foundation of Mentellect will always be common sense, intelligence, and logic. Any knowledge that doesn't have common sense, logic, and these things that make sense to you, that resonate as making sense to your senses, to your mental capabilities, it's not real. That's why you can go inside of all of this circular knowledge, into the religion, into the culture nonsense, into the metaphysics, into the philosophy of the white man, and you could take it all apart with common sense and logic. Just ask the question, but you have to think beyond that to ask the question. That's how you know it's BS. And you people that are coming in the name of that, you guys that are coming in the name of metaphysics, Islam, Christianity, or whatever sciences you come in, the cultures or religions you coming in the name of, you got that from the white man. And if you still pushing that, you're not gods. That's not God knowledge. That's man knowledge. That's man-made, limited man-made knowledge. Men who are limited. You understand? True knowledge from God comes from the future, because God is the future. God exists in the future. God sends man in this plane, in present state, future knowledge. That's what makes him God or advanced over everybody else. How are you going to be God if you're saying the same thing over and over again? You understand? How are you going to be God? How are you going to be God following rituals and routines? Because only dummies follow rituals and routines. Only, like I said, when they gave the people laws in the Bible, they had to give it to the so-called Israelites, because why? Because they became savages like the white man and the rest of the other races. So their priests had to give them laws. They had to give them things. They was doing the same things as all the other people was doing on the earth. Homosexuality, lesbianism, they was doing robbing, stealing, killing, all this madness. So they had to be given correction and laws to live by. But the people who are in an advanced state mentally, they are governed by a code of conduct or a code of conduction. The word conduct can be picked up in the word power. You understand? Meaning to pass things back and forward. You understand? Passing energy back and forward. What we refer to in the state of mental is collectricity. Collectricity, which is a book I'm going to be working on. It's going to be coming out soon, the book of collectricity, which we bring it through the knowledge of intellect. This is new knowledge coming from beyond the sun into this realm to advance the elect of the chosen ones of our people, the real gods on earth, the ones who are going to be thinking beyond the black man and the black woman and beyond the human race altogether. This evolution is happening. Now, I know a lot of our people don't think it's possible. If you don't think it's possible, then you're not God. You understand? You're not no God. You're not no advanced man, because advanced woman, because God is just an advanced man, an advanced woman, one who thinks on a higher level. How can you think on a higher level if your knowledge is in circles and anybody can study it? You can't study the knowledge of intellect, because the knowledge of intellect is constantly evolving. It's constantly moving forward in a linear state. Just as the true gods move forward in a linear state, we constantly keep it moving, mentally and physically. The mentalist, the Mentalian race, the true God race on earth, the bright ones, the bright beings, we constantly keep it moving. We're constantly in a linear state of motion moving forward. That's what God does. God don't get caught in routines and rituals and rotations. God don't get caught on a job for 20 goddamn years, 25 years waiting for a pension. You understand? God goes out and starts their own business. You understand? Create their own business. God goes out, goes to medical school, technical school and whatnot, so that they can be the masters of their own destiny. It's not so they can sit on some job for some white man or some East Indian or some goddamn Arab or some Chinaman being like a flunky being told what to do in law offices and medical field, where you're going to be a medical technician or a assistant, a paralegal or whatever. God goes to school and becomes the lawyer, becomes its doctor, becomes the scientist, becomes the real businessman, not some flunky nigger in some record company that got a label and he calling himself a CEO. Or because you niggas got you got some deal with the white man where he's really your boss. You understand? God is boss. That's why I mentioned Berry Gordy, John H. Johnson, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, men like that. You understand? Who was independent. And you know, when Berry Gordy did Motown, you had niggas like that DJ, that guy in D.C. that died, Willie Green, or whatever the hell that nigga name is. They made a movie about, I forget what his name is, something Green. He set up here and called Berry Gordy a pimp. He disrespected Berry Gordy because Berry Gordy became a millionaire because he made money in the record business and whatnot. He had his own company, and you have niggas because they hating on him because he put in hard work and built up his corporation. You understand? You'll have niggas that hate on that because they couldn't do it. You understand? God is always going to be hated by man. True gods are going to be hated by men. That's how you know they're gods. You understand? True gods are going to be hated by men. True God women are going to be hated by other women. Because when you don't do what when you carry yourself on a higher level mentally, they're not going to like it. They want you down in the circle in the goddamn gutter with them. So if you are a true and living God, it's only going to be three things that's going to happen with the average man. Either they're going to get out your way, they're going to come with you, or like I said, they're going to hate on you. You understand? And the average man is trained to hate on you because you're not average. You understand? When I was in the hood, and I was involved in that life, the drug game, all that stuff, I've been in that world. When I was in that, the hood niggas couldn't stand me because I carried myself on a higher level, even when I was doing that, because it was business with me. I didn't want to smoke weed or hang out with niggas on the corner or talk a bunch of nigga nonsense or be up there slap boxing with niggas and like nonsense and just standing around my pants off my ass and trying to be a thug and wearing a Yankee cap. Being a goddamn walking billboard for the New York Yankee Corporation. You understand? Like a clown. You understand? I didn't want to do that. I kept myself quiet. I stayed quiet. They respected me. They didn't like me, but them niggas they never did disrespect me. You understand? Because real men, real gods, whatever they do, they recognize as that. They know they not to be played with. People know not to play with them because they serious. Them niggas on the corner, they ain't serious. Them niggas clowns. You understand? They not no gods. A lot of you guys who was participating in that madness and you was trying to be seen, you guys are not gods, man. God is the one that everyone looks at in amazement and is like, yo, they wonder about him. A light comes off of the God because they know he's different. They hear his words. They hear the strength in his voice or the strength in her voice, how the sister carry herself in the neighborhood, the sister who wear her hair natural, the sister who's above the pettiness. She ain't standing around with the chicks on the goddamn bench drinking soda and getting fat and nasty and talking about some hood nigga nonsense. You understand that? She going to school to become that doctor, that lawyer. She got hopes and dreams and ambitions, and when she's trying to reach a goal. She's not caught in a circle of madness like the regular people. You niggas ain't gods. If I ask you what's your plans in the next 5 years and you telling me you working on a job in the next 5 years, nigga, you ain't no god. You serving the beast that you call a white man with a devil. You on his job. Your job is to keep your plans is to keep going to work for him until whatever happened till the planet blow up or till you think you're gonna get a goddamn gold watch. You ain't got no plans. You ain't got no ambition. You guys stand on the corner talking about you the elect, talking about you waiting for God or Jesus to come back. The Israelites, all you guys ain't God, man. You guys, like I said, because if you truly were in tune with God, you'd be doing godly things. You mean to tell me all you guys are together, it's a whole bunch of you guys, you mean to tell me you guys ain't got businesses or something like that? Y'all still all got jobs? You understand? Oh, we ain't meant to have businesses and things like and do well in society. We cursed. Then why are you partaking in things in society? Why are you having sex with prostitutes? Why are you doing the things you niggas doing? You understand? Why are you even participating in what you're doing in society? You understand that? You mean to tell me that you can't live? They'll sit there, oh, well, if you blessed with money, brother, then the Lord blessed you and whatnot. In other words, you want a handout from your God. You understand? That's what you want. You niggas in the church, y'all want handouts. You old ones and you young ones, you want a handout from God. You damn sure ain't no gods. That's why you don't get nothing, because ain't no God giving you a damn thing. You understand? You ain't getting a damn thing. Because the true and living God despises you niggas. Despise y'all. Because y'all supposed to be open receivers to the future race, to the God race, the true and living God race on the planet. You're supposed to be open receivers to be bringing their knowledge in, this future knowledge in today to be raising your people. But what are you niggas doing instead? You fell right into the circle, and you constantly keeping this thing going in rotation with the beast. You selling drugs to each other. You killing each other. You niggas trying to floss out. You trying to be gangsters. You following the ways of the beast. So don't give me this nonsense about you, God. And all the world followed after the beast. And all of them bear the mark of the beast. Whether you Christians, you Muslims, you Israelites, all you guys, you metaphysicians, you Pan-Africanist niggas, all you guys bear the mark of the beast. His philosophy, his name, his number, his everything. You bear his mark. In your mind, you think the way he think. So you not gods. So stop this we gods bullshit. Y'all not no gods. Y'all ain't no real God. You fake gods. And for you Muslims and you religious people who sit up here and talk about, oh, well, brother, you ain't no God because you going to die someday. Like some old simple-minded Muslim Negro told me, you nigga, you don't, let's get something straight. You don't even know, I wish you was on, you religious one, I wish you was on here to tell us what you think God is, because your idea of God come from the white man. You don't know nothing about no God. Your idea of this God in some heaven somewhere, in some abstract, omnipresent, omnipotent God come from the white man. All right? So don't come up here acting like you know what you're talking about when your knowledge of some God came from the white man. All right? That's where your knowledge of God come from. You don't know anything about God. They're going to tell you about God, and they don't know nothing about how you know God don't walk the face of the planet. Because like I said, these people choose to be selective about these biblical quotes and things like this when they tell you God walked amongst the earth with man. Oh, brother, that's wrong. That was well, how you know it was wrong? Because it don't go along with Muhammad's story about hearing some voice or whatever. It tell you in the book that you guys are copying from, and that you claim to be the next book after. You know, you pick and choose what it is you want to follow out of the Bible, when the Bible tells you clearly that God walked amongst the earth with men. What is that? But here's a Superman, a supreme being walking amongst average, regular men. That's all it is. Ain't nothing spooky about it. That really supposed to be you so-called black men and black women who's walking amongst the human race, amongst mankind. The white man, the East Indian, and the Arab. You were the gods in the Bible that was walking amongst the people that they talking about. Not no damn spook or no spirit or none of that abstract bullshit that y'all fall for in religion, because they don't want you to identify what God is, because once you identify that you are the supreme being, then you're going to start dropping their religions. You're going to get out of the circle. You're going to want to leave. You ain't going to want to talk in no spiritualistic nonsense no more. That's why they want to keep God some abstract hidden thing, some secret. They don't want you to know that God is real people walking the earth. You understand? Because then you're going to want God knowledge. God knowledge is not Christianity. It's not Islam. It's not Judaism. That's man-made knowledge. That's why when the Nation of Islam said God came and gave them Islam, how God going to come and give you a religion that's already on the planet? If God was going to give you a true knowledge, he would give you something that's not on the planet. He would give you something that regular men are not following. If you saying the black man is God, this guy forward came to give y'all higher knowledge or advanced knowledge, then he's going to give you something that's not on the planet. He's going to give you new knowledge. What the hell God look like if God is coming from wherever he's coming from, when he got the presence of God, and he's going to give you new knowledge. Not no old knowledge that people been doing with some people bumping their head on the floor from 1,400 years ago. Some old dried up knowledge that you're trying to reinvent. God going to give you a higher knowledge. He's going to give you an advanced knowledge. Something new that you can move on to. What sense do it make to give somebody the same knowledge and tell them they God, but then, but I'm going to give you some knowledge that's already in the world? If God is omnipresent and omnipotent, meaning always living or ever living, because that's talking really, when you're talking about God is ever living, that's talking about the genetic, that's talking about the black race, the genetics of the black race, because the genetics of the black race are natural. So anything that's natural never dies. It never really is born, neither is always in existence. Natural things are always in existence, constantly coming forward. Artificial things like your human race, your mankind, your white man, your East Indian, your Arab, they live and they die. You understand that? Because all artificial things die. Natural things do not. That's when it means, when it says that God is omnipresent, omnipotent. That means that the genetics of our people are constantly moving forward. That is the evolution or the eternal evolution of our people coming forward in our genetic. That's real. You understand that? All these things that y'all following today, this Pan-African nonsense, this Egyptology, all this other stuff, these were time periods of knowledge that came to our people. This is not our people. Yes, they were blacks. Don't get me wrong, but these are time frames that we came and then people was referring to us as this, but we're beyond these names. That's why I said don't get caught up in this nonsense. You understand that? You niggas still walking around here wearing slave names. So how am I going to take you seriously? I'm not saying you wrong because you don't know, but I said when we in the state of Mentel, as we moving forward, we're gonna bring new names coming from the future to our people in this day and time. Brand new names. You understand? Mentelian names. I'm going to say it again. Mentelian names, because in reality, we are mentalists. We are Mentelians. We are rays or receivers. That's our purpose on the planet as gods, to be receivers. Not to be sitting around here talking some ritualistic nonsense. Not to be sitting around here, I don't care if the ritual is Egyptology. You got these simple-minded niggas in the conscious movement that's sitting around here trying to invoke some Egyptian dance and rituals and kissing arcs and all this bullshit. That's not no gods. You ain't no different than the Christians with the same ritualistic nonsense. You understand? You're not invoking anything. All you're doing is making yourself look like a jackass. Big 2-foot arcs on you. Yeah, right. All that's for show. True people, true God people, wear the symbols of power. If you look at the State of Mentel flag, it's a symbol of power. The zip, the lightning bolt, the zip, the Z formation. You understand? The Z formation, in which power came through the atmosphere. And we received power by way of light and knowledge. You understand that? True gods wear this lightning symbol on there. God men who are evolving and advancing wear that symbol on there. Wear that symbol. They don't wear sex symbols. That's all the Ankh is. It's a sex symbol that the Egyptians came up with. Again, getting caught up in the knowledge of man. We're not interested in the knowledge of limited men. We're interested in the knowledge and the intelligence of advanced beings, higher intelligent beings, continuous eternal gods, which is what we're supposed to be on the road to becoming, advanced men and women. That's gods, not some Negroes that's doing rituals. So if you Negroes is getting up every Sunday morning and going to the church, if you banging your head still on the floor in the mosque, the temple, or you sitting up here constantly reading out of the Bible, or you sitting up here reciting some lessons and talking about some degrees, you're not God. God don't do that. God is the bringer of future knowledge. That's what God is. You understand that? God is the bringer of future knowledge. When they talked about in your Bible, your so-called prophets, when they said that these prophets were in tune with God, how was they in tune with God? Why? Because they brought what? Prophecy, future knowledge. That proved that they were in tune with God. They told you right there in the Bible what a man who is in tune with God is going to bring. He's going to bring prophecy. He's going to bring future intelligence, future knowledge. He's not going to come talking about the same stuff they was doing in that time or in the past. So if these guys are still coming up here talking about Jesus Christ or Muhammad or Moses or whatever these niggas talking about or some metaphysical knowledge, they not tuned into no God, and they not gods. Like I said, God brings future knowledge. God brings higher intelligence. He sends it through man, not from man, but through man. You understand that? That's real. That's why I said in the book of Revelation, I said the book of Revelation can be trusted. Why? Because it's talking about today. Whoever the man is, who I don't care his name is John, whatever his name is, you know that was a black man. You know he had to be in tune with the future beings, with the Amen beings, the Omni beings, the future race, because they sent him and they transported those messages of that book telepathically in his head for him to write down. So he had to be in tune with God because he was putting future knowledge in that book, because the book of Revelation is revealing things that are taking place today. And we might break that down Friday. I might come on and break that whole book down, just go through the whole book and break it down, because America's in there, Israel is in there, China's in there, all that's in there. You understand that? All that's in there. The Masons is in there. Everybody's in there. The Chinese, how they gave the gunpowder to the white man, all this in there when they talk about the dragon gave power to the beast. That's there, clear. You understand? It's clear. It's plain as day for the people who are in tune, who are the God race, the people who are in tune with the advanced intelligence of the God race, because you become one with God mentally and physically and soulily or soulfully. You become one. One force. That's what gods are. See, now our people are disconnected from the God race. Y'all disconnected. Because you in the realm of man, you in the submental realm of man. If you up here smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, shooting dope, and whatever you niggas doing, and you talking about you God, these niggas ain't God. The man who gives you your drugs, your liquor, and whatever you taking, that's your God. You niggas buying packs of cigarettes, that's your God. Because you addicted to it. You understand that? You niggas ain't nothing but a bunch of modern-day slaves on the plantation, and you ain't trying to get free. You ain't trying to escape mentally. Even you so-called Pan-Africanists and you so-called black revolutionary people and you Black Panthers, y'all niggas want to stay on the plantation too, man. Y'all don't want no mental freedom. I'm gonna keep it 100% real. It sound good, all that black power stuff on it. You got all that from the white man. You understand, all that revolution ain't nothing but revolutionary talk that they got from the 50s and whatnot that y'all took all that stuff from and tried to restart in the 60s, man. You understand? That's why you guys went and married white women and had sex with all these white women. You understand it? That's why you have a lot of women in there turned lesbians. Y'all took on the philosophy and the mentality of the beast. So how the hell you gods? You understand? How the hell you gods? A lot of you guys, y'all sit up here, y'all was abusing your own people. A lot of the 5% back in the 80s was abusing, robbing, and selling drugs to their own people. But you talking about you God, but you abusing your own people. You understand? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Tell me another lie. You understand? We don't need no more God games. We moving on in this higher intelligence here. You black women, I said a quote on Facebook. I said, instead of you sitting down here trying to pray to God, you need to be laying down with God. You need to be finding God and laying down with God. When I say finding God, because you black women, y'all do that in the church, where you go to the church and you looking for God. You talking about I want Jesus to be my man. In other words, you saying you really want to lay down with a Superman or a God, some sort of God being, some man who's above the average man. That's what you're saying. But you never find that because you don't know exactly what it is that you're looking for. You don't know what it is when we're saying you got to lay down with a God instead of praying to a God, meaning that you have to find a man who's an independent thinker, not caught in the circle. Men like we're going to be raising in the state of mental. Men who thinking on a high level and an advanced level, you have to be on that same level too, because you're not going to get a God and you're not going to get a goddess if you still moving in the circle. Though in the circle is nothing but limitations and limited people who can't think outside the box. There's no gods in that box. There's a bunch of mental slaves in the box. And we're moving beyond that. We're moving beyond the box. We're not sitting around here trying to do what everybody else was doing. We're moving out. We're trying to come closer to home. The home in which we're coming closer to as a new race of people, as the 144,000, is the linear state, the mental state, when we receive in higher intelligence. That's where the God race will be in this new millennium, in this new day and time. They will be the receivers. They will be the mentalists. They will listen to these messages that I'm going to be sharing, because in the state of mental, we're the only ones that's giving the future knowledge to our people. We're the only ones giving higher knowledge to our people. These other niggas ain't talking about nothing, man. You'll see a lot of them, they'll copy off of what I'm saying in the knowledge of intellect. They'll listen, a lot of mystery guests are listening to our broadcast, taking what I'm saying, and so especially the niggas in the so-called conscious movement, they taking what I'm saying and trying to mix it into their little speak because they want to sound deep, further causing confusion. That's not the attribute of a God. You understand? That's not the attribute of a God. A God is always trying to straighten out the line, set the record straight and forward so it can raise more gods. Only a regular man who's driven by ego is going to take knowledge that didn't come through him and try to remix it with his own. You understand? And try to sound heavy and deep. That's not a God. That's the attribute of the damn beast. A liar, a confuser, a conniver, one who is against the fusion of our people. You causing confusion. You understand? You're not a God. You understand? I told the guy, the 5% of the guy, I said, listen, man, you talking about you taking knowledge and y'all adding on whatever sound good y'all add on. Nah, nigga, you causing confusion. You causing confusion. If you just teach your lessons. Don't try to take from nobody else and add on for what you think sound good because you causing confusion. Don't try to take linear knowledge and mix it in with circular knowledge because now you causing confusion. You're not teaching what we teaching. You understand? We're teaching linear knowledge. You're teaching circular knowledge. Our knowledge don't come from the white man. You understand? Our knowledge comes from the future ascension, the real God race, our children who are in the future, who are passing intellect along to us in the present state. That's continuous. The fact that you can't even the majority of our people can't even understand this proves they're not gods. Because this is very simple. Everything I'm saying to those who are on a God level mentally, they're going to understand what's being said. They're going to have an ultra standing of what's being said. They're going to be able to take it in and receive it. The ones of our people who are not, you're not of the God race. It's only a chosen few that will be of the God race. That's real. We'll be right back. I'm going to tell you something. The majority of the people, contrary to what the beast tells you, the majority of the people are not with God. They're not with the true and living God. The gods of religion are false. They were created by man. That's why so many people follow the false gods of religion. You understand? You know the true and living God, the real supreme being, is those advanced people who carry themselves on a higher level mentally. They're not doing the things in rotation that everybody else is doing. And the average man will shy away from those people. They don't want to be around those people. The true gods are going to come amongst themselves. They're going to listen to certain broadcasts. And it's no coincidence that you don't see really none of the so-called conscious people in here listening to my broadcast because they love their recycled bullshit knowledge. Egypt, Africa, and all that, because they not serious. They not no gods. You understand? They clowns. It's just something to do because they bored with their life. They want to act like they different, but they not. There's no God. There's no advanced thinking amongst these people. There's no advanced thinking in the circle. You understand? And these people want to stay there. They want to keep this system going. They want to keep dumbed down. You understand? They want to keep that rotation and nonsense going amongst the people. They don't want no truth. See, it takes real men to stand up for the truth, real women to stand up for the truth, real men and real women, real true and living gods, not to follow what everybody else doing. It don't take no nigga that want to bust his gun and talking about he get a gully and sit around here with his pants off his ass with a Yankee baseball cap on in the projects, riding around in a Mercedes-Benz selling dope to his people, or weed, or whatever this nigga talking about, shooting up the neighborhood. That ain't no God. That's a nigga. That's some on the plantation, modern day coon Sambo nigga, like I put in the damn thing that they trying to get y'all, the young generation, to look up to. Some hood nigga standing around shooting dice in the hood, talking about shooting niggas up and all that. That's some coon Sambo nigga. Some modern day new millennium slave for the white man. You understand? Let's call it how it is. The white man laugh at these Sambo coon niggas and use them to keep to make your environment a living hell. I got nothing but disgust for those niggas, for these so-called hood niggas. I got nothing but disgust for you because you cowards, because you're not going to stand up when the gods need to stand up. You niggas ain't going to stand up. You the same niggas that'll put white Jesus on your neck to get a goddamn record contract, to keep that madness going. Real men stand up for the truth, and they're going to be persecuted for that. That's what Dr. Malachi Z. He stood up for the truth. That's why he's sitting in jail. You know, he could have sold out easily, but he didn't. That's why he's sitting in jail. He ain't got nothing to do with no molesting no kids. That's a bunch of BS. He molest no kids, but that's what gods do. Gods stand up for the truth. These niggas is walking around the street. These so-called religious men is getting money. They ain't no gods. They sold out, man. You understand? These niggas that's on TV, on the TV for the beast, and when these niggas sold out, man. They gonna tell y'all lies, man. I'm not even gonna name no names. You already know who I'm talking about. These niggas that's trying to be controversial. You understand? On the Beast on his TV stations. You understand? They're gonna feed you a bunch of nonsense. They're gonna keep feeding you the same circular doctrine of BS so that you're not gonna go anywhere. These people are against the evolution of God. They don't want God to come to the world. They don't want the connection to God to come here because the connection to God is gonna destroy their bullshit knowledge. He's gonna destroy their Bibles and Qurans because we in the book of Revelation right now, and the book of Revelation is the last book, man. It's the final book. And I told this guy, like I said on the show, I said that's the only book that mattered, man. All that other stuff don't matter no more, man. Never did. We was all, and like I said, you know, these people within the black race, you understand? The black race was nothing but a training ground for the gods, for the bright race to come out. The black race don't even matter. You understand? The black race don't even matter. That's why if you notice the black race, just like the damn white man, the rest of the human, they having their fun now. They riding their Mercedes Benzes, they selling their drugs, these niggas making money. Notice these niggas, you ever notice these niggas make money in the world? Like a lot of these niggas make money easy, they'll sell their drugs, but you know the gods have to grind for this. The gods have to think up and advance our way of thinking and think beyond that and build our own businesses. We gotta put work in, like how John H. Johnson and Berry Gordy, we had to put in work. You know, like what I'm doing with the business and whatnot, we putting in work. We putting in real work. You understand? We got to put in work. But these niggas who in the world, who in the circle, they come out here and they sell drugs and they sell madness and stuff to their people. You understand? They sell all kind of madness to their people and foolishness. And they make money in the world. They become rappers. They sell drugs. And you know what I'm saying? Because this is their world right now. But that world's about to come to an end. All that's about to come to an end. That's why these niggas make money. They driving in nice Mercedes cars and stuff like that. And these niggas in the projects, or they got some little crappy house not too far from the hood. You understand? They live in ghetto fabulous. You understand? The Beast gave them some material, and these niggas are happy. And you black women, and I ain't gonna call you black women. You black females. Y'all sit up here and y'all want to live that fake life. A lot of, like I said, the Beast give y'all reality shows where you see these whores on there, these black whores and these Spanish whores up there, damn certified groupies who laid up with everybody. They glorifying whoredom to you black women. They get y'all, these whores entertain y'all, and they trying to make their lifestyle, which is to spread their legs for any nigga with a few dollars in his pocket. They trying to make that the mantra for you black women. So you don't see the Beast is dragging you down further mentally for y'all who fall for it and listen to that. I mean, when I do, I don't even look at that nonsense, but when I do turn, I just look at these niggas like and shake my head just to see what new coonery is on TV. You understand? That's why he put stuff like that on, because he wants your daughters and he wants your young and impressionable black women to the ones who's supposed to be becoming gods and goddesses to be drugged down further. That's why you put on nonsense, nigga nonsense like love and hip hop or some stupid nigga fighting with his girlfriend, smoking some weed, or some monkey nigga talking about some nonsense, or like they got on porn stars, porn stars where they got these niggas, they got niggas coming in there every minute starting fights and acting ignorant because they want that to be the reality of the black race. So no God will come out of that. No God race will come out of the black race. And for those of you who vibrate on that low mental frequency, you're going to stay there. So live it up. Live it up with your Mercedes. Live it up with the drugs in the hood. Live it up because you ain't no different than the Beast. You just like him. You got his values. You not no gods. You got his values. You got his wants and desires, like I told the Israelites. You niggas ain't no gods. You not no elect neither. Because you want to do the same things the Beast did. You want to have his white woman. You want to have sex with his white woman. One man, like I said, one minute they calling this woman a dog. Next minute they talking about they want to have sex with his woman. Or they want to put him in slavery. Or they want to rape and rob and pillage. So you basically want to do what the white man did in the name of God, in the name of righteousness. What kind of goddamn madness is you talking? What kind of madness is that? What kind of insanity? This was going on. Bunch of black Caucasians, like I was saying in the other show. These are not gods. You understand? These are the ones that are going to be against the evolution of our people. That's why I said the intelligent ones of our people have to come together and form a new tribe, a new community outside of the black race. Because the black race is poison. The black race is poison. They're mentally dead. They're poison, and they're going to destroy, and they're going to try and destroy anything that's trying to sprout out up amongst the black race. They're going to try and destroy the bright race with their negative thoughts and ideas. You understand? They're going to try and destroy it. And it could be your girlfriend. It could be your boyfriend. It could be some nigga, somebody in your family. If you're trying to be a sister trying to evolve into a state, that nigga going to have something negative to say about it. Or you trying to be a brother trying to evolve in that mindset on a higher level, becoming that true God on earth, your woman going to have something to say about it. She ain't going to be with it. So I say for you people who truly want to evolve into this God, because it's happening. It's not nothing I'm making up. It's happening because the elect are being raised up. That book is real, man. All that's talking about is the evolution of a God race coming up, of a future race of beings coming up out of the black race. That's real. I see it. I see it like I can see the hand in my face. I see the transformation taking place. You understand? I see it. I see it in the people that's coming. The message is getting out. As this message is going to spread, I see the evolution taking place in our people. You understand? The chosen few. But that's all that's needed is a chosen few. It's not going to be everybody. Because as I said, a lot of the black race don't fail the test. They don't fail the God test. Because they want to still take on the mentality of mankind, the beast. So they failed the God test. Yeah, like I said, ain't no way you're going to sit here and tell me you a God, but you smoking weed, you smoking a cigarette, or you teaching some bullshit circular knowledge to the people. Some lies, and you causing confusion. You're not a God, man. You an average man. You just like the beast. You understand? You just like him. Hell, he more of a God over you than you are. You calling him the devil? No, he's your God. Because you want to be just like him. You teaching the same circular knowledge as he is. You ain't no different than him. So he's really your God. You understand? You serve him. The true and living gods, the true gods that come amongst our people, they're going to be of the bright race. They're going to serve a whole higher authority, which is the almond beings, the future race. They're going to be the ones who are outside of the circle thinking on a higher level. I heard the sister in one of the groups talking about, oh, she wants a godly man, some man who's God on earth, who's strong, black man, this, that, and the third, and whatnot. He's going to have a job. Oh, whoa, you're going to have a job. So already you like I said, your perception of a God done been limited. You want your man to have a job. Why didn't you say we're gonna build a business, a family business together, and we're gonna be independent? That's what you should have been saying. I'm gonna find a brother whose mind is focused on building a family business or a structure, something like that, so we can feed our children. We got to depend on nobody and whatnot. She said she want him to have a job. In other words, you want him to be a slave for the beast. You understand? So if that black man, so-called black man, a.k.a. the bright man, wants to step out and be like, oh, you know what? I want to start my own business, baby. I don't want to work for the beast no more. I don't want to be in this thing. I want to try and do something on my own. That's the black woman that will stand against it. She's not going to help him. She'll try to tell him anything to convince him. Oh, why you want to give up your job? That's a bunch of BS. Why you want to try and do something on your own? That's her. And like I said, a lot of you black women, y'all try to stop the God coming out of the black man when he want to do something. In other words, you're supposed to be helping him. You're supposed to be like, you right, baby. Let's get an exit plan. Let's put our money together. Let's get into a worthwhile business. We can make money and stuff like that. And we work it together. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You understand? Not asking for some nigga that's in the circle, that's in it got the slave noose around his neck. You understand? You're not supposed to be asking for that. You black women ain't supposed to be looking for them nigga, some rapper nigga driving a BMW or Mercedes Benz in the hood who's halfway selling these people drugs and whatnot. He ain't no God, and you ain't even a woman. You ain't nothing but a nigga, and he's a nigga, because you attracted to that low life mentality. You attracted to that. You garbage. A lot of you black women are pretty garbage. A lot of you black men are petty garbage as well. Pretty and petty garbage. You understand? But y'all wasn't meant to make it. The majority of your black race wasn't meant to make it. Some of you going to just vibe on that sub-mental state, and that's a choice that you making in life. You understand? It ain't got nothing to do with education, because a lot of you niggas who educated, you are of the black. You not gods. You understand? You just regular average men. You not even men. You below men. You're males. Y'all males. There's mankind and there's males. You understand? Y'all just males. Y'all just black males. Y'all just anatomically correct, but y'all mentally dead. Y'all a bunch of burnt out receivers. You niggas are not gods. All right? Y'all not no supermen. You're not no gods. You're not advancing because you're not receiving future knowledge. Real talk. When you see the black man that's receiving that future knowledge, that higher intelligence, that's God and the person that's walking amongst you today. Because when those God beings, those future beings turn back on that frequency, when they start sending these messages stronger, it's going to resonate in the minds of the true gods on earth. We have a homing device in our heads. Like I said, that's why I said in the book of Revelation that you'll have the 144,000 will be sealed with the mark of God in their head, meaning the true and living God, Amen. And the true and living God, the word Amen, they'll tell you that the name Amen means the hidden one, right? They'll tell you that the name of God, the true and living God, Amen's name is the hidden one. You understand? They'll say he's hidden, and they'll tell you that God is hiding. But when they say he's hiding, they're talking about he's moving in the future. He's unseen by those in the present and in the past, but he's seen by those who are in tune with the future. He's resonating knowledge and future thought in their heads. That is nothing spooky about that, because just as you have people who are living into the future, advancing into the future, moving forward in the future, your children are born, your grandchildren are born, and whatnot, that time is moved on. And that time future is in existence right now ahead of us, and we're moving into the future. The future is laid out already. Those people in the future who have advanced their thinking are the gods, and they are making connection with these gods here, these people in God form right here, so they can make one mental connection with them to bring us into that race or that army of gods, those Amen beings, those Omni beings. We're supposed to be one genetic bloodline, one mental line. You understand? One linear line of thinking. That's how it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a bunch of people repeating the same rituals and spirituals. So when you Negroes talking about, oh, I'm spiritual, I'm in tune with God, you ain't spiritual. If you talking about you spiritual, that means you're caught in a group of special rituals. You're not in tune with God, and you're not God. Now, if you're using the wrong word, but you still telling me, if I ask you what God is and you giving me some abstract ideas, then you ain't in tune with no God and you're not a God, because you're supposed to be bringing higher knowledge, or you're supposed to be receiving higher knowledge from someone who is linked in to pull our people together, because you got people who can be receiving higher knowledge that's going to make them God. Because I said all the people that's coming along with us in the state of Mentel, like I said, they are parts of a body, but there'll always be one brain, one mind that's going to receive the intelligence to pass on to everyone else. So they become body parts of God. They become part of the body. Everybody, like I said, if you are part of the body, then you are God. If you are pushing this message and it's resonating in your head and you're trying to find the rest of the gods, then you are part of the God. You're a God. I don't care if you're man or woman, you are God. If you are receiving this knowledge of mentellect and it's resonating in your mind, then you are becoming a God. Because God can receive and send future knowledge, and true future knowledge will resonate in the minds of God. They're not going to be doing the same things that people was doing in the circle. I'll say it again. They're not going to be doing the ritualistic things of the circle. They're not going to be doing the things of the old world. You understand? They're not going to be doing the same teachings of the old world. If you still caught up in the teachings of the old world, Christianity, Islam, Judaism, all them teachings of the old world, or some spiritual BS idea of what you think God is that you made up yourself based on your own philosophy, then you're not going to be connected to God, and you're not going to become God. God is dealing with higher intelligence, advanced intelligence, not some belief or some rituals of men. You understand that? God was always sending higher intelligence to the people on earth. And those people he was making those people gods. He is a physical man who was advanced in his intelligence. And he was advancing those who are of that bloodline, advancing their intelligence. The rest of the people, he wasn't advancing them. So what these people did was create their own gods. You understand? They created their own gods. You understand that? They made up their own religious gods and things like that to follow. That's what they ended up doing. That's why they can all accept God, because God to them is not really real. No God is real. They say it is because they just want you to believe that, but there's no real God, because you look at these niggas, they not real. You hear the stuff that come out of their mouth is not even real. So how you going to tell them that you in tune with some real God? If everything that come out your mouth is not real, then you're not in tune with some God. You just saying you believe in God because you just following what everybody else following. If the world was saying they believe in a cat or a sink, then you niggas would be praying to cats and sinks. Whatever somebody tell you, that's what you believe. Whatever the white man told you, you believe that. There's no thinking involved with you religious people. There's no thinking involved with you conscious people. There's no thinking involved with you educated people because you're nothing but trained thinkers. The true people of God, the true God race are intelligent beings who are in tune with the future, who are saying things that you're not going to hear coming from the average man, like this knowledge of intellect. This is God knowledge right here, future knowledge. And trust me, everybody's not going to accept it, especially the black race. They're not going to accept it. They want the circular bullshit knowledge, what they used to, what sound good to them, what they willing to accept. See, because God, being God means responsibility. Because once you hear this knowledge, you have to come together with your people. You have to go out here and find our people because we want to flip this thing over and raise the 144,000. You called on to do that because if it's resonating to you, then it's your job to come amongst the 144,000. You one of them. You're supposed to be operating as one of the 144,000, one of the elect, the chosen, the ones who are receiving the knowledge of mentellect. But if it's not you, if you listening to it and you like, yeah, brother, that's right, and you going back out and doing the same thing, then you going back in the submental state, you're gonna lose your title of God because you were on the line. You got certain people that never even reached the line, but you, if it was resonating in your mind and this message is resonating is true, then you were chosen. You were chosen. But a lot of our people, unfortunately, become weak because you don't see a whole bunch of people doing it or it ain't no social gathering when you come out to the meetings and whatnot. You'll see a few people come out because it's starting, the message is starting. And like I said, it's raw and uncut and the message is starting. You don't see a lot of people, ain't no big social gathering like the niggas doing at the conscious movement and the conscious community. It ain't none of that. So, well, brother, I don't want to seem like I'm just the only one that's following because I don't want to feel dumb. That's the mentality of our people. You understand? You're not going to try to help and spread the message. You're not going to try to bring the people to listen to the broadcast and things like that and wake our people up. But you'll say something stupid like, I don't want to be the only one and this, that, and the third. Hey, man, that's God. God walks alone amongst the ignorant. God walks alone amongst the ignorant. You understand that? God will walk alone amongst the ignorant to find his people. Trust me, I walked amongst the ignorant for a long time before I started finding my people, and I ain't had no problem walking by myself because I don't want to be amongst a bunch of stupid-ass niggas. You understand? I don't want to be. And people find me, oh, brother, why you got to say that? Why you got to put down the people? They not my people, man. You understand? Let's get that straight. Just because we got the same skin complexion don't mean you my people. My people are the people who think as I think, who think on this high level, who are resonating on that. We're not getting caught up in that my people bullshit. Because these same niggas that talk that my people stuff, they'll be the same ones that'll stab you in the back. Your same God brothers, your black brothers, and all this other black bullshit. They'll be the ones that stab you in your back. You understand? And smile right in your face. Steal money from you. Lie to you. You understand? Oh, but brother, and somebody gonna say in the thing in 5%. Oh, well, brother, we under the beast, and that's we've been corrupted. Yeah, okay, you've been corrupted, but obviously you accepted it. The black man always got an excuse for doing wrong. The black woman always got an excuse for doing wrong. How about y'all just vibrate on a low submental frequency and you love it? You love the world of the beast, and all the world follows after the beast, and you love it, and you don't want to be no different. You want to be like them because you're not mentally strong. You can't see the future. You can't see that this stuff is not going to last. You don't see it's coming to an end. It's right in front of your face. You can't see that. But see, when that does happen, it's going to be too late for you because the elect are going to be gathered already. See, because our people not being together is the only reason why this thing is still together like it is. But as our people are coming together in these last and new days to come, like I said, it's not going to be the same anymore. You understand? A lot of these things these niggas doing this day and time, it's not going to last. It's coming to an end right now. The world's going to be in desolation, people. It's going to be in great desolation. The knowledge, the true knowledge, that's when the true God beings are going to start to shine. When you start to see this thing fall, the God beings are going to shine. They're going to receive higher knowledge as we're starting to receive it now. With the advent of intellect came the end of this world. The gradual end. The elect are being selected right now. They're being chosen right now. The ones who are being tuned in. Because you have people who can only hear half the message. Then you got people who will sit up here. Try it one day. Get one of your friends. But I know a lot of y'all are listening to these broadcasts with your friends, and you'll sit here and you receiving every bit of it, and you just receiving. And these niggas are sitting right next to you, and they fanning themselves, they talking, they doing all kind of stuff. They trying to take your attention off it. They trying to cause confusion. They not getting it. It's not going in their head. Their mind is on Nicki Minaj, on a dice game, on some nigga nonsense, on the NFL playoff. But that's how it's supposed to be. It's not going to resonate with them, and they're not going to hear it. It's not going to go in their head. It's not meant for them. It's going to go over their head. You understand? It's not for them. Get away from them. Because these are the same people that will turn on you in this day and time. They will turn on you. You understand? Because they don't want to see the evolution of our people. The black race is not with God. They're not with the true and living God. They're with these false gods that was created by the white man, the East Indian, and the Arab. That's the God, the fake God that they want to follow. You understand? They don't want the true and living God, which is themselves. They don't want that. And it's not no 5% teaching neither, because you guys, like I said, you believe in something called Islam. I'm sorry. You understand? You would, and like I said, saying a bunch of lessons or what degrees that had cold words to it and whatnot, that's nothing but confusion, man. Nobody knows what you're talking about outside your teaching, and y'all not doing nothing with it anyway, but trying to sound smart and intelligent by using words and trying to confuse people. That's what the white man do. See, God, he gives knowledge and he breaks it down and he makes it understandable. He makes it comprehensible for the people. Not some nigga sitting around here trying to give you some knowledge, wisdom, this and knowledge this born. And come on, man. Why are you causing nigga? I don't know none of your code languages. Stop trying to confuse people. Say it straight, man. What the hell are you trying to say? See, usually when people can't talk straight like that, just talk straight at you and whatnot, usually because they're not really saying nothing. They playing games. They're not really saying nothing. You understand that? Say something that makes sense that's going to uplift the people, that's going to evolve the people. Not some nonsense, like I said, that's just going to cause confusion, because that's the trait of the beast. He's here to cause confusion. So if you niggas causing confusion in this day and time, you with him. You should put, like I said, confusion is breaking apart the fusion of the people, the coming together of the people. If you confusing people, you against the fusion of the coming together of the people. And that's the majority of your black race, because your black race is in a state of confusion. You niggas in the gangs who shooting each other up, you causing confusion. You understand? You niggas in these doctrines and these made-up bullshit philosophies, y'all causing confusion. You understand? You niggas in the conscious community talking this conscious hip-hop and all this other nigga nonsense, y'all causing confusion. You understand that? But all that's coming to an end. All the confusion's coming to an end. With the advent of the coming in of the 144,000, you understand? That's coming to an end. You niggas that's up here trying to chase money and try to get all people hooked into this get money mentality, you niggas are finished. Y'all coming to an end. You hustler niggas. You understand? That's coming to an end. See, because the people waking up, they're getting smarter. You understand? They're not stupid no more. You know? They ain't got money to give to you so you can run some con and some scams so you can keep a couple of $200 pair of sneakers and a goddamn Yankee baseball cap on your head, nigga. Because you want to live the hip-hop lifestyle. You understand that? You New York Yankee cap niggas. You understand that? You pants-sagging niggas, weed, blunt-smoking, black-lip niggas. You black zombie niggas. You understand that? The true gods are waking up. You niggas ain't no gods. You niggas a bunch of burnouts. You niggas are weak. You understand? You niggas, just because you bust your guns and you niggas talk that bullshit about what you going to do, you only do that to your own people, or to your so-called black man and whatnot. You only do that to your own kind. You ain't going to do it to nobody else. You cowards. You understand? You are nothing. You're nobody. You're shit in the world. You understand? You're pieces of shit. I said it. Come from amongst these people. Come from amongst it. Don't even surround yourself with these people. Don't surround yourself with these people. You understand that? Don't surround yourself the mentality of these people. Do not take up, if you are truly trying to be God and trying to receive higher intelligence and advanced knowledge, don't engage in conversations with Negroes or the white man if you can help it. Try, like I tell our people in the Supermen, Superwomen Project, if you want to bring out the advanced thinking of yourself, try to limit your conversations to with the Negroes, because they're not talking about nothing. You understand? Limit your conversations. You know, even if you black men claim that the white man, led you astray, he did you wrong, he raped, robbed, and killed, and all this stuff, why aren't you black men standing up today to correct that? Because I'm really sick and tired of hearing black men act like victims. I'm really sick and tired of hearing black men talk about, I'm really sick and tired of hearing black men talk about what we went through in the past and whatnot. Why are you black men not standing up trying to change things in the future? Y'all gonna still keep crying about the past? That's the solution? A lot of you black men, y'all use the past as an excuse to do nothing in the future. You use the past of what happened to our people to do nothing in the future, when the past and the atrocities and the tragedies that happened to our people was supposed to make you stand strong and rise up and do something greater and better. You niggas just lay down and just do everything that's in the system, in the circle. You just keep doing the same stupidity like idiots. You keep doing the same damn thing. You understand that? You keep doing the same thing in the circle. You don't want no better. You don't want no different. That's the weakness of a man. You're not a god. I'm supposed to see God's doing something different. Like I said, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, like I said, people get on him and whatnot, but like I said, when you seen them brothers cleaned up in the Nation of Islam under him, I'm not talking about now, I'm talking about when you see them brothers cleaned up under him, them soldiers, you felt the power. You felt God's being raised. You felt the power of that man, the work they put in, the work they was ready to put in. You understand? You felt the sincerity when they was up there asking you to come to mosque back in the days. Even though they was using Islam, but like I said, that's what they understood at the time, but you felt just the unity and the power of these men that were cleaned up. You understand? That was the raising of gods and goddesses right back then. You understand that? That was the raising of gods and goddesses on earth. And you had niggas, as usual, you had black zombies that hated on Elijah Muhammad, a god in person who was raising gods. Because like I said, it don't change. Your black race don't want to see the evolution of our people. They don't want to see the gods being raised. They don't want to see that. You had the 5%ers. You had a lot of people hating on Elijah Muhammad. Niggas sitting around here talking about, Malcolm X, because he killed Malcolm X. Niggas, stop making it. You don't even know nothing about Malcolm X. You just want to have a reason to hate on Elijah Muhammad. That's all. This man was trying to raise the God out of our people in that day and time. But, you had niggas, he is sleeping with all these women, and he did this, and he did, as if you was in the bedroom with him, like you know. You niggas done probably did a whole lot worse, but now you want to sit up here and you want, he did this sexually. And you niggas just want an excuse. And you know what? You sound weak, and you sound like a faggot anyway. You worrying about what another man doing with a woman. What do you care? You don't know how nobody was. You don't know nothing. It's just an excuse to be against anything that's the evolution of our people, because you don't understand anything beyond smoking weed, shooting dope, shooting dice, selling dope, and doing all kind of stupid nigga nonsense, or rapping on some mic talking about a bunch of nigga nonsense, about how many niggas you done shot and how much weed you can smoke and how much dro you can sell, all nigga nonsense. Bunch of foolishness that don't mean nothing in the real world. A bunch of zero-ass niggas talking about some sub-zero niggas. And that's the culture they want the beast promotes that you to look up to. They want you to look up to that. You understand that? They want you to look up to that. They want you to look up to being a piece of shit. You understand? That's what they want you to look up to. Garbage. You understand? Trash. So that you can create more garbage and trash instead of trying to build gods. You understand? Instead of trying to build gods, they want you to build more garbage. They want more garbage piled on top of garbage. Human garbage. That's what you black men have become, human garbage. Not almond beings, you become human garbage. You understand that? But the God race, they're going to stand against that. They're going to be in total opposite on a new direction beyond that. You understand? You're going to despise your homeboys in the hood. You ain't going to have no conversation, no connection. You're going to despise the black woman or your so-called black woman when she opened her mouth to talk about some goddamn foolishness, some stupidity. Something about some filthy ass whores on TV talking about how many rich niggas they laid up with, trying to push whoredom to you because they don't want the God to come out of you black women. They don't want the God to come out. They don't want you to give birth to God. They want you to give birth to little niggas. You understand? No, you turned into the wrong show. If you thought this was going to be the spiritual hour, when we was going to talk about light and, transcending light and stuff like that, and if that's what you tuned in for, we're talking about reality here. Sure, the God race will bring light, will pull light and pull power through their solar plex, but that'll be higher intelligence. This is not no abstract thing. This will be higher intelligence that the God race is pulling through. Advanced intelligence. Higher knowledge that will lead our people into the future. I see a call up, 208. 208, you on the air.
Hello, good brother. Listen, I really, my name is Salahuddin from New York City. I really, appreciate your energy, bro. I want to ask you, when you said that, I appreciate that when you talked about the practical application. I want to ask you, when you have shows like this, what is usually the response that you get from black women? And what is your response to them when they give you those responses?
Well, I mean, I never have any bad responses from black women. I always have, for the ones who are in tune with what I'm saying, they know that I'm not bashing black women. I'm bashing the negative black women who are trying to pull down other black women, but they're smart enough to know if they are in an advanced stage that they're not like those black women, and I'm not grouping every black woman in. I'm talking about bright women who are coming out of the stage of black women. Excellent. So I'm actually drawing a difference. I'm drawing a line.
And I appreciate that you said that because I've had similar experiences, and when I would talk about that particular demographic of negative black women, the positive black women wouldn't be offended at all. They would agree because it's not bashing black women. I mean, if I can make it, if there's any characteristics about the black male demographic that is toxic, and I'm in the presence of a woman who may cite that, why would I be offended, particularly if I'm not in that category, and it's for the betterment of the entire community if that toxic behavior is rectified. Similarly, if it's black women, but as you point out, brother, it's not just about black men and black women. As long as we have the strength, you said that higher knowledge, it takes a certain maturity to be able to take constructive criticism. If somebody purports to state that I'm strong, but I don't take any constructive criticism. Nobody's perfect. I welcome people to help me with my weaknesses. We're all weak. We all have weaknesses. How can I get to the next level?
Well, I mean, if you're asking me how do you get to the next level, the first thing to do is to leave all the circular ways of thinking behind that you've acquired in your, I don't know how many years you old, whether it's Islam, Christianity, Judaism, we leaving all the circular things behind because in those things is our weaknesses. In those things are our limitations, and we in the state of Mentel speak about leaving limitations behind and advancing our way of thinking to receive this higher intelligence. It will not come to people who are in that circle of routine and rotation of knowledge. So that's the only way our people are going to leave out of that, because in that circle are your degenerates, are your religious people, are your people who are doing things in the routine and the ritual.
No, I agree with you 100%. I mean, I was mostly making like a rhetorical statement when I said, how do we get? But yeah, I think that just in a very practical sense, very objectively, if we look at all of the systems, the religious systems that preceded us, very objectively, have those systems worked in terms of helping us to organize and uplift ourselves out of our condition? No. In fact, we observe other groups of people, even relative to their traditional religions, the Hindus, Japanese, with Shintoism, even the Jews. Most of them are as they become more scientific in their knowledge, as they become evolved and become more adept at controlling the environment around them, they tend to leave the superstition and the traditionalism of religion behind. They become the control becomes more within self. Before we had these answers, locus of control was this, metaphorical or magical thinking of a God, an unseen God. But now we become to understand the universe and the cosmos on a higher level. People are relinquishing those. As you said, it's obscurantism. It leads to a sense of having false answers for real solutions. It's a false solution for real problems. So, as you said, we're going around and around in circles like a dog chasing his tail and wondering why. You know, so, yeah, most definitely. Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said, our people say that they want to be those God beings on earth, those advanced beings, those supreme beings on earth that are doing things beyond the average man and the average woman. Then they have to stop doing what the average man and the average woman are doing. They have to stop. They got to stop with the religion. They got to stop with the philosophy. They got to stop with all of the political nonsense. They have to stop with that, because these are things that are only undertaken by average people, you understand, who think in a circle. The people who are looking to receive higher knowledge, we teach that in the knowledge of intellect that is beyond this circular way of doing things. We are teaching new knowledge to our people that's coming from beyond the sun. Now, a lot of our people, to them, that's hard to accept, because they don't think it's anything new that's going to come from beyond the sun. True, there is nothing new under the sun, but there's always new knowledge being streamed from beyond the sun, from the future, into this state, into this realm, to advance people who are chosen to evolve to a higher level. Everybody's not going to evolve mentally to a higher level. A lot of our people say they want new knowledge or advanced thinking, but then you looking in the books of the white man for it. So if you can find it in his books, then it's not new. We talking about raw, uncut intelligence that's being streamed into this atmosphere from that advanced race of beings who are your bright race, who came out of the black race, who are going to receive that higher intelligence. We're talking about high mental beings, advanced beings who are using a high percentage of their brain function, if not a total of the total sum of their brain power, which is what we're supposed to be on the line of becoming. That's supposed to be our evolution into gods.
Yeah, what is it? What is it? We use only about less than about 5%.
Don't even use that much.
Yeah,
like
very
I
little.
said, the brain power that we use in this society, like I said, and we functioning under, like I said, is next to nothing. So, like I said, and it's being kept that way purposely, and we being dumbed down even further we just following things, and we just going along to get along and following the system when you're not trying to think outside the box, because we've been made comfortable here in the society. We've been given things in order to keep us from advancing mentally. We've been given things. Instead of having to go out and build things, we've been given things.
So I want to ask you about, do you actually have a particular discipline or philosophy or set of ethics or code of conduct?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Could you please, if you don't mind, I mean, I could perhaps look in your archives. Would you please, explain it to me, so just, for my edification?
Well, briefly, our code of conduct is that we do not conduct ourselves like the human race. We don't conduct ourselves in the same fashion. We do not acknowledge any of the things, or we do not accept any of the same beliefs or the same ways of doing things as the human race. We conduct ourselves in a blank state. What I mean by that is that we constantly opening our minds up to receive higher intelligence, and we realize that our purpose here on earth is as receivers of higher intelligence, not as the conveyors of philosophy. So no, I don't have a philosophy. I'm here to just receive and pass intelligence on to the ones who are in tune, the intellectual or the mentallectual ones, the ones who are mentally in tune.
Mm-hmm. So where you said that this knowledge is being streamed from beyond the sun, from beyond our solar system.
Yep.
I mean, have you identified like exactly where this knowledge is coming from, or are you just aware that we're receiving it?
We're receiving it. We're receiving it from the future state, because when we say the future state of the future world, there's a world that's moving beyond the sun. They refer to it in certain past cultures as Nibiru, or the moving planet, which is actually a planet that has no boundaries, that's moving. Now, it might sound crazy to certain people, but that's fine. We don't really care. These are the same people that believe that there's a God in heaven that live on a cloud, that they believe that. These are people in religion. But this is not far-fetched, because you have people who are actually traveling to different planets and living on different planets. The white man already got Mars ready. They're about to go and take the shuttles and start going and living on other planets. They already made Mars livable because they found water on the planet, and wherever there's water, you can breed life. So when you hear people like Richard Branson from Virgin Mobile and Virgin Shuttles and the airways, he's talking about charging $1 million to get on that shuttle and go. So it's other people that got these shuttles going. So we're dealing further into the future where you have people who are on moving planets that are not bound by solar systems, that are have advanced their intelligence to build a biosphere that is moving into and throughout the atmosphere constantly, continuously by way of their intelligence. They're driving this planet, and they're sending intelligence into and beyond, from beyond this sun, which is being picked up by the light and resonated in the minds of certain people.
Well, do you give any credence at all to David Icke's, the shapeshifters or the?
I don't know anything about David Icke. Okay. I don't know anything about. I heard he's some white guy from England, but I don't read those books. Mm-hmm. I don't read books.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not
I said. Yeah, I mean, so you basically intuit like the information and knowledge you get since you don't read books. I mean, how do you acquire it? Is it intuitive? The way you acquire knowledge or information?
Is it what?
Is it intuitive? I mean, is it, you said through your senses. Yeah.
Yeah, it's sent mentally through me, like telepathy, how you can send messages to people telepathically. It's being sent telepathically through me because the bright rays, I'm talking future things and whatnot. And I try to be careful when I speak about future thought because if it's beyond people, your level of thinking, then you're not going to get it. It'll sound crazy. But when I said that our people, the ones of the mentalists, we're supposed to be following pathmatics because they talk about, 5% of them talk about mathematics. We're talking about in the state of mental and those advanced beings who are becoming the bright race. We talk about a pathmatic system where the first level of the pathmatic or the pasmatic system is telepathy, which is mental advancement into future states or advanced dimensions.
Okay.
You understand? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I just wanted to inquire, and you shared with me a bit. I don't want to keep you. I want to thank you for sharing that with me, and it's a very interesting conversation. Thank you very much.
And you had no idea what I just said. I know it's okay though.
That's rather an obnoxious statement to say, and it's very presumptuous. And if you say you're telepathic, you completely misread what I just said. And that's,
I know what you said, but I know what you
said.
What
I said, and it really belies you making the statement that you're telepathic, because that's not.
No, I didn't say I was telepathic. I didn't say I was telepathic. I said I receive things telepathically from the future. I didn't say. Hold on, wait, brother. I didn't say I could read.
That's like semantics. So however you interpret how I said it. Well, since you don't read, I'm not really sure that you are really as apprehensive as you think about concepts and knowledge, since you don't read, as you said.
Don't
read. You're being somewhat presumptuous about me by saying I didn't understand, which is alienates people rather rude and somewhat, I think intellectually immature.
No, it's not about, brother. It's not about that. If you're not familiar with the thing I'm saying, and that's not.
There's a concept called sophomorism. Maybe, I don't know whether you intuit it. I think that's a very good concept for you to research.
I don't research concepts, brother. I'm not interested in concepts.
Again, so you're going to stay in a very isolated aura, and I'm not going to argue.
I don't care.
I gave you respect, and I tried to give you respect and be understanding.
I didn't disrespect you, brother. Why are you feeling like that?
Not only have you disrespected me, I think you really embarrassed yourself because you displayed.
I didn't embarrass. How did I embarrass myself?
You're really functioning on a very low level.
Now you operating on some emotional thing. All right, brother. All right, you're getting emotional now. I was just joking with you, brother, but you're getting emotional now. Okay. I was having some fun with the guy, and he didn't understand nothing I said. But like I said, a lot of the people are not going to get it. If you're not resonating on it, and I heard it in his voice, he didn't understand. But I wasn't trying to bash him, but people get offensive, and they, and brother, I remember you called before, and you did the same thing when I tried to speak to you, and you cut me off, and you was like, oh, well, I got to go, I don't want to argue, and this, that, and the third. But then you're going to tell me to read a book. I didn't bash anybody, but whatever. Hmm. I think I am going to read the Book of Revelation. You know, I think I am going to read the Book of Revelation. It's Friday. I spoke about, just with the brother, I'm recapping what I said about how we would receive intelligence, and we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna get that. We're gonna receive intelligence from the future. I didn't think I was wrong in saying that, you know, certain people of an age, they're not going to be able to receive what's being said here. That's what it is. And I wasn't trying to bash the brother. You understand? I wasn't trying to make fun of him or saying he was ignorant. You know, but what the things, you're locked into a certain way of thinking. You're locked into a circular way of thinking. I'm not trying to be, and then you're going to try to put me down and call me low and submental in my way of thinking. And I introduce certain terminologies, but like I said, that's the black race. You know, our people are proud for no reason. You know, for no reason at all. Yeah, and angry for no reason at all. This is for the younger people, the people who are mentally in tune, who are not tied in circles. When I say people who are younger mentally, I'm speaking about people whose minds have not been locked into the circular way of thinking, who are not locked into books, who are not locked into preconceived notions and things about. That's like me reading books that talked about things before, talked about things before certain knowledge came out. Now, if you're locked into a certain way of thinking before knowledge came out, and, you know, then you ride with that knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Then you ride with the knowledge past that time, and you're only going to lock into that, then you're not going to be open to future knowledge. And that's the thing with a lot of our people. They're not going to acknowledge that the so-called black man, a new knowledge, a higher knowledge is going to come from somebody who looks like them. They're not going to acknowledge that unless you, and you just proved it to me, unless you read it from some book of some white man. I just explained to him that I'm receiving future intelligence from advanced beings. Why would I read some books from some limited people in the past to the present? But see, that's the black man. That's the black woman. They want to keep the circle going. You understand? They can't help it. You understand? They can't help it. They want to keep the circle going. They want to keep us in books. They want to keep us in a rotative state. You know, that's what they want. And they want to get mad when you don't want to do that, when you don't want to go back up under the white man and read his books. They want to get an attitude. You know, they want to suppress the God in you, because the God in you is supposed to be receiving. You're supposed to be receiving higher intelligence. You understand that? The God in you is supposed to be receiving higher intelligence. Not teaching what somebody, some white man wrote in a book. You know, that the whole point is, if you don't get it, if you're not receiving higher knowledge, that means you're not in tune. And I tried to explain this to the brother. I don't know what I said to a fan. I was just joking with him, but I knew he didn't get it anyway. Because when he said okay, like, you know, like yeah, like he didn't get it. But he took it as me trying to make it seem like he was dumb. You know, and if he felt that way, I don't know what to tell him. You know, I honestly don't know what to tell him. You know, that's ego. And that's another reason why our people are not gods, because gods, true gods, are receivers, and they don't operate on ego. Now, especially when it comes to higher intelligence, advanced knowledge, we don't operate on ego. You know, we are supposed to be receiving, and I talked about the world in which we are receiving higher intelligence from, that boundless world, you understand, where our future ascension already live, and they are sending higher intelligence. Now, like I said, that sounds crazy because the white man didn't say it, but these are the same people that got you to believe in some heaven with some God living in a cloud, when they really got that idea from when they were talking about in the ancient world about Nibiru and people moving on a movable planet. You understand? And that's what it really meant when it said they were in the heavens. That meant they were in the sky or in the universe, in a world that was not bound by solar systems. That's what that meant. That's what it meant by in the heavens. In the heavens means in the sky or in the universe. It don't mean on a goddamn cloud. But see, the black man is caught in religion that been reading the white man's books and going by his preconceived, limited ideas will tell you that. You understand? And the brother, he got sarcastic when I was trying to explain it to him. I said that you believe, you a Muslim. You said your name is Salahuddin. You said you're a Muslim, so you believe in some. If you believe in Islam, you believe that, you know, in the teaching of Islam, that you're gonna go to heaven somewhere, and it's gonna be Allah and judgment sitting on some cloud somewhere, or you might get 80 virgins or 40 virgins or whatever that nonsense is they tell you in Islam. You understand? So I'm like, if you're supposed to be some spirit, then that means what do you need women for? Obviously, the world they're trying to describe is a physical world in the future. So when I describe a physical world where there's no boundaries, the problem with me is that I'm a black man saying it, or a so-called black man. So our people are not going to be for the ascension, and that's something, like I said, that gods don't do. They'll sit up here and they'll say, oh, well, brother, could you explain to me? I don't get it, but I'm trying to understand it. We put the ego away because we could feel when somebody's receiving and when people are not. They'll know when a higher knowledge is coming amongst them and when it's not. Because if some black man this day and time telling you, oh, brother, you need to read this book or you need to do this, some book that you read already, how am I going to become God by reading some book that you read and you not God? You understand? How am I going to become God by reading some book you read and I told you I don't read books, but I'm limited because I don't read the white man's books. I'm limited, and I'm on something that you want to get insulted, and you want to get emotional. You understand that? That you know what that is? Like I said, I always go back to that. That's that who that nigga think he is, and that's not the attribute of a God. I see that a lot in these so-called Negroes who want to be so higher, educated, conscious, the ones who claim to be gods. As soon as you put a pin in their knowledge and you try to break their knowledge down, and you try to use some kind of common sense to their knowledge, or bring common sense to it, and it don't add up, then they get offended. Then the woman come out of them. You know, then the ego and the emotion come out of them. They get mad. They blow up on the phone. You understand? They get mad and blow up because that's that who that nigga think he is, trying to be God, really trying to be God, really trying to reach into this higher intelligence because you not getting it. I had a nigga in the Nation of Islam tell me one time, oh, brother, Master Fard Muhammad didn't say it, so it ain't real. I'm teaching the brother, I'm trying to show the brother what we teach, and he go, well, how you going to receive it? Well, I ain't receiving it. But wait a minute. I thought the black man was supposed to be God. If the black man is God, wouldn't it make sense for him to receive higher intelligence? Wouldn't he be the first one to receive it? So if I'm teaching higher intelligence and it making sense to you, but it's not coming to you, oh, that nigga making it up. But why wasn't Master Fard Muhammad making it up? Why was the white man telling the truth? Why is the truth in his books? Where did he get his knowledge from? Why are you telling me to read some books from some goddamn white man, but then when I'm trying to teach you knowledge that's coming through me, yeah, whatever, brother. That's that nigga mentality. That's that in the circle mentality. I'm supposed to take you seriously? That's that old slave nigga mentality. You are the ones that are against the coming up of the gods. And that mentality is going to go. You in the circle niggas. That mentality is going to go. You so-called educated and conscious, you niggas know, y'all ain't no different, man. There's different levels of ignorance, different levels of stupidity, different levels of slavedom that's against the coming up of the bright race, the God race. You will not find gods amongst these men. So for you black women who just because you hear some so-called nigga talking like he got some intelligence or some he trying to use big words, no, he's not God. He's just some nigga that's trying to impress you from some white man book he done read. God receives higher intelligence. Let me go through this list. I got 4 minutes, and I wasted time taking that call. I should have just edited it short. Anyway, are the real gods walking on earth today? Yes, they are. Who are these true and living gods that can we identify them? Yes, they're going to come out of the black race. They're going to be the bright, intelligent beings. What is the difference between God and regular people? They don't think in the circle. The regular people think in the circle and follow rituals and religions and things like that. The gods are thinking on a mental state, and they're following the knowledge of intellect in this day and time. The real 144,000 are being raised up and coming in this day and time. Is everyone a god by nature? No, they are not. Some of our people have fallen to the submental state, and they're going to stay there. They're not moving anywhere. Does everyone have the potential to be gods on earth? Certain people do have the potential, but like I said, if you're not being it, then potential means nothing. It means you have the potency, but then a lot of people don't really even have the potential because if you had the potential means nothing if you're not using it. You understand? It's like saying, yeah, I could have did this if I wanted to, but it don't mean nothing if you're not doing it. So eventually, if you're not using it, you're losing it. So you black men who could have been gods, you got the potential, you will not be gods because you're not using that power to think outside the box. You want to keep going in the circle. What brings people the God to the God level? The knowledge and intellect, thinking outside the box, thinking outside the circle, thinking on a higher level of future intelligence. Are gods men and women? Yes, gods are men and women. Harriet Tubman was a god in the flesh. Who decides who becomes God on earth? You decide by whether you're going to leave the circle and move on to the line and come amongst your people who are in the linear state versus whether you want to stay and be accepted in the limited circle with religion and all the other philosophies that came from the beasts. Who will become the living gods of the future? The bright race, the Mentalians, the state of mental, the mentalists, the ones who are going to receive knowledge from on high. And that's the end of our questions for all of this. I am the intellectual Nuben Menkarayzz. This has been State of Mental Radio. Join us Friday night when tomorrow night when I'm going to break down I might end up breaking down the Book of Revelation. I'm still contemplating that because it's a short book, and I think we can just go ahead through it and knock it out. But join us Friday night, 9 p.m. We out of here.